I got tea today.
I got water.
It's a school night.
Yeah, it's a school night. All right, so we're live. So I'm MikeGolfsOregon, here with my buddy Paul, 50 at golf 50 at 50, 50 at 50. Paul, how you doing?
Doing great. How are you doing today?
I'm doing good. I'm ready to rumble.
Excellent.
We're ready to throw down the gauntlet here. I think. How many months ago was it that you were up here in Oregon? It was what, maybe
5
months ago? Okay, yeah.
Four,
We sat down
5.
4 or 5 months ago. We sat down. Rainy day, didn't get to golf, so we sat down, had a cup of soup, some fish and chips, and a couple pints, and realized that one, we're the same age, like what we say, like 2 months apart, or
month and a half. Yeah.
Same age. We were sitting on exactly the same handicap at that time. And I think it's probably, mine's the same. It was 13.7.
Yeah.
And you were at a 13.7 or somewhere thereabouts. And we both had a goal to get to under 10 handicap index for 2026. So we started saying, well, this is great. This is perfect. We both have YouTube channels. We both love doing this content. It's time for maybe a little bit of a challenge here and trying to figure out how we go about it. So step one, going about our challenge, our race, our World War 9.9 to 2026 is to live stream and talk about what we're doing, how we're going about it. Does that kind of summarize where we're at?
It does. And it's motivation to actually work on my game rather than just go out and hit aimlessly.
Well, I think we'll get to that, right? Like what the plan is, because I don't know if it's motivation for me. I'm motivated. I'm motivated to get there. What's the lowest handicap you've achieved?
I think it was 10-7.
10-7. Okay. Yeah. So that's better than mine. So my lowest handicap was actually last year. I got down to 12, and then yada, 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 things happen, and presto bango, I'm no longer at 12. Okay, so we're both, but right now you're
streaky player. Streaky player.
Yes.
So I had a couple of good rounds that dropped it, and then they end up going off. So I'm currently a 13-9.
Okay, so 13-7. Also a very streaky player. I think I had a run last year where I had, so it's 8 out of your last 20, and I had 7 out of my last 10 at one point. Had a really good run, and then fell off quite a bit. But so streaky player versus streaky player.
Could go
what's the worst that could happen, right? What's the worst that could happen? Okay, so we're starting off on the same point. I will point out that you're in the Bay Area, right? So you're in Central California. Your handicap season, it never ends, right?
It never stops. No,
never stops.
Oh yeah.
Okay, so my handicap season ends the last day of November and starts the first day of March. So the first day of March, it's just like a week or so away, 2 weeks away. It goes live for me. So I want to start with this. Where are you at present in terms of your game, how you're playing? Give us the current state of your game.
So I'm not playing enough, but when I knew this was coming up, this last month, since the beginning of February, I have swung my club every day. That may be air swings in the backyard, but that's where I'm trying to stay flexible. And I'm actually pain, because we're old and all of that. I'm pain free in my right shoulder for the first time in over a year. So I'm excited.
No excuses. Good.
So from a game standpoint, every recent round I've had the other score.
The one that doesn't have the asterisk next to it.
I would be happy with an 8, but it was more than an 8. So, and every round I have one of those complete meltdown blow up holes, which the handicap system does allow for, but it mentally takes me 3 holes to recover from that hole.
Yeah, I hear you. So I'll tell you. So my game, where I'm at, it's a mess. Very streaky, just like you right now. And I will when we talk about sort of the plan, how you plan to get to 9.9, how I plan to get to 9.9, I'll touch on the same things. But right now, conditions up here in Oregon are just not scoring conditions. It just, you got to play in the rain. It's pretty soggy. Our course drains pretty well. And even for that, it's still really soggy. So there's no rollout. If it gets too wet, they can't really mow everything. So it gets really long, thick, juicy rough at times. And the greens, everything just plugs. It's tough sledding. So the scores haven't been great, but the swing feels okay. I think my next set of questions was what do you think are your strengths and weaknesses right now? My weakness definitely is, once again, my driver. I think I would score better if I just threw it away and went with a driving iron or hit a 3-iron. I would be much better off and score better. And I may have to do that if I get desperate. So what's the Achilles heel of your game right now?
My driver used to be my strong suit. It's okay, I hit a fade, a slice, whatever you want to call it. I hit one of those, and I knew if I aim down the left side of the fairway, it's going to come back in the right, and I'm good to go. But recently, I've had absolutely no idea whether that driver's going left, right, whether I'm topping it or whatever. So that is a big pain point right now. And then the other one is with my not half shot wedges, but full shot wedges. I've just been blading them. I've been blading and shanking, and you don't want to hear either one of those when you talk about golf, but I'm doing both quite well.
I forgot to mention that I also have been doing that with my sand wedge. So I don't take full swings with it. I mean, I know how far I can hit it, but I don't even attempt because it's just not there. I will say the strength of my game right now is definitely actually is my short game. So it's funny. I can't hit a full sand wedge to save my life, but you give me my pitching wedge from 100 yards in, any distance from 100 yards in, and I'm all over it. The putting has been really good. I made some adjustments to my putting grip. Actually have started taking practice swings with the putter, which I have not done that for years. And it's starting to show, starting to pay off. Oh, I should say hi to Roger and Soccer Kid. I think I can read that from here. Soccer Kid CR7. Yo, right back at you.
CR7, Cristiano Ronaldo.
Yeah.
There we go. That's the celebration for you.
Thank you. Thank you for the reenactment. So what's the strength sort of your game? What are you going to lean on here, at least at the beginning?
So my strength used to be putting, but recently I've been missing a lot of the short ones, but I'm reading long putts better right now. So my putting, and then my I've been hitting my woods well, not my driver, but my 5-wood, my 3-wood, I've been hitting them fairly well. So definitely going to lean on that. And for the first time in I don't know how long, I can actually hit a 6-iron. That's the longest iron I have.
Oh, really?
And all of a sudden I can hit a 6-iron, which before it was be like, I don't know where this is going. And I just know it's going to fade. So that's been something new for me. And hopefully I keep that going.
Yeah.
But it's golf. It's golf. You never know.
Right. It comes and goes. It's very cyclical. And again, we've already self-identified as, hi, I'm Mike and I'm a streaky player.
Yeah. Hi, I'm Paul. I'm a streaky player. We don't streak.
Paul.
We don't streak when we play. We streaky. Yeah.
That's pretty casual up here in Oregon. I don't know.
There you go.
Okay. So, I mean, we're racing through this, which is totally fine with me, but so let's talk about the path. There's many paths to lowering your handicap, many methods to go about it. What, if you've given it any thought, what do you plan to do here to reach your goal of 9.9?
My first thing I'm working on right now is I have one of those blast motion sensor things, and they're supposed to be really good for tempo. So I'm trying to make all my swing tempos the same, because when I first started using it, I would have a tempo of like 1.5, and then it would be 2.3, and that's on the way back.
What's the blast? It's a blast motion.
Yeah, it just kind of goes on the end of the club. They used to be, so I used to use it was a Zep. It was called a Zep thing. And then I think Blast sued Zep or something like that. So I got a discount on the Blast Motion thing. And I've had it for a while. I haven't really used it. And then when I decided, hey, I'm going to swing every day, I got to beat Mike. The one
You don't need to swing every day to do that.
The one thing I noticed was my tempo was all the way. Like sometimes it's like really quick back, really quick through. And then other times it's that long swing that I have. So I'm just trying to get that tempo the same every time.
So I understand like using it for tempo, but what is it? So like I've played around with like the swing metronomes, that do the beep, beep, beep. But this sounds like it's actually attaches to your club. And so it's like some sort of mechanical.
Yeah. Do I have it? Give me 1 second here.
Sure.
Oh, I didn't. Oh, there it is. Hang on. If I don't come back, I've fallen over.
Well, hopefully Paul doesn't fall over.
I survived the cables in my office. So it's this. Let me roll it off. Okay, so it's this thing. And it works for putting as well. So it basically goes on the end of your club.
Okay.
And I don't know if you can see right there, you kind of line that line up with your club. And then there's like a putting with the face. And then there's a putting setting and everything else. So this has like a gyroscope in, and it can tell when you stop your swing, when you start your swing, the speed and all of that stuff.
Okay. So it's feeding data to like to an app.
To a phone. Yeah. So it feeds data to the Blast app. And then I've been doing like 15 air swings every night to try and get that tempo the same. Now, whether that's going to relate to the course, because making a swing and not hitting the floor and not hitting a ball is very, very different than actually hitting a ball, than shanking the ball 50 yards the right.
Yeah.
Yeah. This is what I'm trying to get that tempo. I'm trying to get to like a 2.8 tempo to begin with, just to kind of try and get it the same through all the clubs. Cause I feel like on my short irons, I'm really quick. And on my woods and that, I'm really loopy and I let it go way past parallel. And I'm just trying to use that to get consistent. My issue is consistency.
I hadn't noticed the past parallel part. I'll have to check that out. Check that out in the videos.
My swing key is when I see the club out of my left eye, then you go back down.
That is honestly, that's how I used to swing the club too. Like, I could see it. Are there any plans for like new golf equipment or upgrades or swap outs or anything like that?
I'm toying with on the shorter putts. I'm go left hand low on the short putts, and I've been toying with the saw grip. And
what's that?
That's the Tommy Fleetwood. Whoops, like the grip like that when you're putting.
Okay. So it's the whole hand, not like the pencil grip, which is I hate doing this. The pencil grip like that or whatever, but it's the full. Okay.
Yeah. So I've been toying with that, and one of my friends I play a lot of golf with is like, you should get away from like the style putt, the mallet style putter I have, and try one of the bigger head putters and stuff. But that's hard to change. I've been hitting the same style putter for so long, and I do like to be able to scoop the ball up. So
I tried. Yeah. I tried, actually I just read an article today on, I think it was PGA or golf.com, one of the golf websites, about how many, like 5 out of the first 5 tour winners on events this year in the PGA all use spider putters. And going back, like how many players are using spider putters. And it's funny because like a week ago I was standing in the pro shop, we were waiting, for our tee time, and it was raining outside, and all these new putters are lined up and they had a spider, and I picked it up, and like, man, everyone just goes crazy over these things. I see what it's all about. I hated it. I don't think I would make a single putt with it. So
it wasn't one of those deals when you hit like 3 in a row right in the middle of the cup and you buy it on the spot. You actually got validation for not liking it.
I got validation for it. Just did not feel right in my hands at all. And I'm like, I don't even know how to swing this. I mean,
Right.
swing this thing. What about, okay, so equipment wise, I'll tell you, equipment wise, so it sounds like maybe no really new equipment. You got new
I
grips.
may toy. I got the new grips, and then I may toy with a new putter. I may try one of those bigger headed putters out, but I'm very hesitant to do that.
You've been spending too much time in the Golf Perfection Discord.
Yeah. Yes.
If you're contemplating a new putter, you've been in the golf equipment channel.
Oh,
too
he has
much.
a lot. He has a lot to explain for there.
What do you think
Matt,
you know?
Matt.
Yeah. Do you think you know what putter it is you'll go with?
You know, I like the Spider. Like, it looks a little weird, but there's a Vice putter, and they do a I know they're not really known as a putter brand, but they have like a US one and then a Euro one. So the Euro one's like blue with the gold yellow, as in Ryder Cup.
You're meaning colors. I thought you were meaning like the Euro one is smaller and tighter.
No, smaller, and there's no room to swing a cat.
Yeah.
Like when you rent a room in England and everything's so much smaller.
Yeah.
Or I go back and I feel claustrophobic.
Like a men's Euro swimsuit.
Oh yeah. It's normal there. You come over here and you wear it, you get some funny looks.
Yeah.
I may be speaking from experience. I don't know.
Okay. No pictures. Okay, so I'm sorry I got sidetracked there. So it's really about the colors. What was the putter again?
It's a Vice putter, and
oh, that's right, Vice.
Yeah, it's it looks pretty cool, but like I need to see them, I need to use them, and everything else. I mean, I've had like this style putter. I mean, I had this for years. This was like, I only changed to the Costco putter about 3 years ago, and before I had like 2 of these. And I was so like, I bought one and I wanted to try one of the bigger grips on it. So then they no longer made them, but I found one on eBay, and I bought the one on eBay and changed the grip on it to see if I liked it or not. And then I changed the other one, so I actually have 2 of these.
So do you like the bigger grip?
I tried. Hang on a second. I tried the really big one. Did not like that. Could not get on with that. But then the semi one, that's okay.
Okay. I'm not a fan. I'm not a fan of them. I think my putter grip. So for me, are any other equipment changes?
People would say I probably need to change my wedge from 1980, but that's staying in my bag.
The 80s were great.
They were.
I think the only equipment changes that I will probably contemplate are new grips. Always playing around with the ball.
Yeah,
I have a couple balls that I like, but I'm always willing to try something else. And then I still need to get a gap wedge. There's a hole in my bag, a gapping issue in my bag, with a lack of a gap wedge because I don't trust the one that I have. I named him Judas the gap wedge, and he's a betraying piece of he's just not good. He's not, and it's him, not me. So in terms of equipment, no real big plans. New grips. I probably need new grips because they're starting to go out. And speaking of grips and putters, my putter grip is smaller than all the other grips on my clubs.
Yeah.
So it just feels comfortable to me. I don't like that. I don't like those big putter grips. So what about, so you said you're doing air swings and you're swinging a club every day. What other do you have other practice plans or anticipate putting in place lessons type of stuff, other things?
I'm probably going to be giving Edson Tran a call. You've probably seen him on the other Discord, and he's a great golf coach. So I'm probably going to work with him on getting some consistency. And one thing I've never done and I really want to do is a playing lesson when you go out with a pro and they watch you actually play and, see your mental breakdowns and everything.
I tried,
but my
the
mental
last-
breakdowns are out there anyway. So
Yeah. The last pro that I took lessons from, I told him, I'm like, I want, at least I bought, the package or whatever. I'm like, I want
Yeah.
one of these to be a playing lesson. And he was just adamant, like, oh no, we need to get through these first. And I think it's because he doesn't want to spend that much time out there.
yeah.
And that should have been a signal, like, oh, maybe this isn't the right person to be taking lessons
Right.
from if they don't want to help me take all of this stuff straight out to the course. And then, see how I actually implement it and make decisions and thought process on the course. So
I think, thought process, that is important. I have an uncanny ability to be able to destroy a really good round of golf. And part of it is I look at the score and I'm like, oh, if I birdie this hole, if I par this hole, then such and such will happen. And as soon as I start thinking like that, it's all over. So I think some course management stuff needs to be, is going to help.
It can only help, right?
Yeah.
I don't count my score as I go. I don't count as I go, but I don't input my score or think about how many strokes I've taken on a hole until the hole is done. And then I count them up and enter it in. Right. I use the Grint app and I enter it into the Grint, but I very, very rarely, maybe at the turn every now and then, will pull up the scorecard to see where I'm at for the round. But otherwise, no. And my wife and brother-in-law, who I play all my golf with, they're constantly like, I just need to go birdie, eagle, and I break, whatever. I'm like, oh, okay, you all write that off.
So are you going to be hitting the gym?
I always do. So that's just sort of like part of my routine anyways. I will say no new equipment. My method for getting to 9.9 is I think of it sort of as like Costco. It's just going to be volume. I'm just going to play a ton. I don't want to make promises that I'm going to practice something or take lessons or do any of this. But the one thing I know I can do once the weather starts getting better is I will play a ton. And so my handicap turns over a lot during the handicap season because I'm putting in so many rounds. And if I get to 9.9, I'll just stop.
Yeah.
Because we also didn't say, like, what's the measuring, when are we measuring this? Is it just at any point? 9.
I think it's first two.
Okay.
Yeah. First two. And then if we don't get there, we either roll it over or whoever got lowest gets the stake, which is the stake.
Yeah. Yep. Right. That's right. Oh, well, I guess we didn't even talk about that.
Yeah.
Right.
So we talked about when we met, we talked about if we did something like that, what would we do? Is there a cash prize? Is there a trophy? And we decided the steak should be a steak dinner.
Yep. Steak dinner.
Or around at your where your dad used to.
Oh yeah,
where your dad grew up. Yeah,
around a Gearhart. Yeah, that would be fun. I'm all for that. Roger, I don't see anything wrong with getting to 9.9 and stopping.
How good are you? I'm single digit. That's
it's all about achievement.
Yeah.
Right. Yeah, I'm single digit still.
Yeah.
Okay, so the last thing I had that I wanted to talk about is really sort of where we're at. I pulled up the gin and was looking at both of our handicaps. I'm starting to lag here for some reason. Both of our handicaps. And I did a few calculations for myself. My first round, so both of us have our eight best differentials out of the last 20 rounds. Both of us have our last round counts. The next round that both of us play, a score drops off of our handicap. And so our handicap could go up, our handicap could go down, right? For me, it's sort of like a middling differential. And so I don't know if it'll make a huge difference, but here's what I'm going to guarantee for me. My handicap's going to go up because the conditions still stink up here. And I may get lucky every now and then and get a good round in before we get into later spring and better conditions, but I'm not counting on it because I looked at what happened last year and it was like I started at 16 and then I went down a little bit and then it kind of crept back up and then I dropped big time. Once we hit June, my scores just dropped big time. So
and you're playing like every night after work, right? You're there most nights?
Not every night. I play once we hit summertime and get those long extended evenings. I'll play 9 holes, like maybe twice a week, and then definitely playing 18 every Saturday and every Sunday.
Right.
So for both of us, like that's kind of an issue, right? Is that our next round for both of us counts, and I'm playing on Saturday. Hopefully the weather is okay. The other thing I looked at was, since I'm a member of the club, I play most of my rounds on the same course, which I'm told is supposed to help with handicap. I don't know. What I can say is that based on the differential I get for certain scores at my club, I know what I need to shoot, which is probably the bad kind of pressure. So I need to have 8 out of my last 20 rounds to be 84 or better. And it'll kind of vary if I move back a set of tees, and 84 is good. If I'm playing all of them from the same tees, then it may not be quite enough, but 84 or better. And then I went back and looked at 2025. I shot 84 or better 13 times. So I do have to improve. I can't.
Well, you have to, right near the end of the season, play all your good golf.
I have to play all my good golf right at the end and then shut it down. And I don't know if you've done any of that, looked at any of that sort of like calculation or whatever, but do you play the same course?
I play so many different courses, so I don't have a club per se, and the current like challenge to myself is doing like another 50 at 50. So I've been playing other courses, and I guess the course I actually play the most is I go with my friend Dean and play at his club at Diablo. So that would be like the club I've played the most at, and that's a fun, really good golf course that stays in remarkable condition in the winter. I mean, the greens were still like running super fast, so it's not like your normal muni golf in that respect. So I have no excuse for playing badly, apart from my talent. But I do play a lot of different courses, and if I want to complete another 50 at 50 challenge that I gave myself last year, I started that one in July, the beginning of July, I think it was. So I've got to get another like 20 or so rounds in. So I'm going to be jumping all over the place. And then when I get into my work season, I do the outdoor movies. When I get into that June, July, August, my available time when it's peak golf season, it's hard for me to play at that time. So I have to be really strategic in sliding those rounds in. So we'll see how that goes.
Yeah. Or apparently, like Roger, he's just going to post 5 rounds under 80 on March 1st. That doesn't seem to be in the spirit of the game, Roger.
No. That wouldn't be cricket.
and of course, we're playing cups, right? Ball in the hole. I don't play any gimmies. So, but I think that. Do you think, based on the courses that you typically play, the rotation, I'm sure it's a big rotation, but it's a rotation, of course, you typically play, because I'm guessing you're going to have to be in that same 84, 85, 83, from course to course, depending on difficulty range. Do you think that's possible?
It is definitely going to be a challenge, and I feel like I will need to have more control of my swing and my distances to make it happen. So right now, yesterday, I went to one of our local courses now has like the radar thing, the top tracer technology.
Oh yeah.
So I went out there to, see if the new tempo on the swing works and stuff. And I was hitting my 7-iron was anywhere from, I think it was 132 to 169. That's a really big gap of where the ball is going. So I need to bring that a little bit more together, and then maybe I've got a chance.
There's some gapping issues and some consistency issues there. I do the same thing though.
Yeah. So it's like I've got to tighten that stuff up. because my 8-iron, I went through every club, played 6 balls with each club, and my 8-iron was going, no, my 9-iron was going further than my 8-iron, but my 7-iron was going much, much further than everything else. And then there was a huge gap between like my pitching wedge and my 9-iron. So I'm like, this is not the gapping you need when you're trying to play a course. Maybe I needed, part of me is like, oh, it could be the clubs. Maybe the lofts are off, but it's not the clubs, it's the player.
These are not the gaps you're looking for.
Yeah, these are not the gaps you're looking for. And then after I finished hitting them all, like I'd been trying to hit my wedges completely different distances from what I was. So I need to work on that piece too.
Yeah. And if you're going to go to Edison, then you're pretty soon you're going to be hitting your pitching wedge 190 and you know, all bets are off.
Am I going to be limited to how many lessons I can have?
No. Am I going to be limited to how many rounds I can play?
No.
That's my strategy. I don't want my strategy to be swing focused.
Right.
Because that's just the more I get like tied up in swing thoughts and I should be doing this, doing that, the worse it gets for me. And my game just sort of starts to slip away.
You have to play when you're on the golf course, you have to play golf. You can't play golf swing.
Yes. Yep.
I can. I have to play golf. It's like, okay, what do I have today? Yes, I'm hitting a 25-yard slice. That's what I have today. That's what I'm going to play for.
And I think that last year was the first year ever, and I've golfed off and on for a long time, that I ever actually really kind of did that and just started playing golf and not golf swing. And I did a couple of weeks ago, I did a book review on Erica Larkin's A True Swing. Okay. And I always go back and read that book once a year. And it reminds me of like what an idiot I've been over the last several months as I've allowed the like all of the playing golf swing to come back into the game. And her whole thing is just about natural swing and kind of how, and once you start doing it, it's like, oh my God, it works. And it's so much easier on you. And take the ego out, take an extra club, especially here, right? I don't know what, I don't recall in the Bay Area because I didn't play year round when I was down there. I don't recall if you have like a big difference in distances and stuff throughout the year. Because I'll tell you right now, it is cold and the air is so wet and heavy, the ball just goes nowhere.
Right.
Like I'm hitting two. A lot of times it's literally 2 clubs, sometimes 3 clubs more than I would normally hit like in the summertime. And so there's an adjustment phase.
That's where we're at right now. The atmosphere is a little bit damper, and you're like us. You're kind of at sea level. You're not elevated where you are.
We're the valley floor is like 250, 200.
Okay,
where
so
we're at.
You're pretty low, and we're near the coast. The ball doesn't go as far.
Mm-hmm.
Next week it will when I'm in Arizona, though. It'll go a long way.
Yeah, that'll be great. You just keep it under control.
I don't know how to do that. We'll see what we can do.
That's what I'm counting on. I'm strategically planting seeds here. There's thoughts in your brain about.
Go for it.
Just go for it. Kill it, Paul.
Go for the par 5 that you've got no reason for going for. Let's play driver.
Absolutely. You're getting lessons from Edison. You've got this.
Oh my gosh. Yeah.
This. Well, what else?
It's going to be fun.
It is going to be fun. And here's what I'll go ahead.
No, I'm thinking, I'm going to be coming up to Oregon probably in about 2 months. So when I come to set up the storage for my other business, I think we should maybe do a round together at that point, and then we'll do check-ins too. Yeah.
100%. That's what I was going to say is like, I know like when you do start coming up here in the summertime, that's your busy time. And I understand if you can't golf, then you can't golf, and that's fine. But these are pretty easy to do. So the goal here, and we talked a little bit about this, the goal is to do a check-in stream at the beginning of each month and sort of recap how the last month went. Where's the handicap moving? Are our strengths and weaknesses the same? Is our plan holding up?
Yes.
Is my plan is my volume plan typical American volume. It's all about volume.
Yeah.
We're going to do a volume plan here, and you're going for the precision strike.
I'm going for the precision strike and swinging the club. I'm trying not to. I go through states of not touching a club for a couple of weeks or whatever because of work. And
Mhm.
I want to touch a club every day, swing a club every day, even if it's not hitting the ball. So that's
Yeah.
my plan is to keep swinging, and hopefully that'll, you know, groove, hopefully not bad habits, but
You asked earlier about is my part of my plan to, hit the gym or whatever, workout. And I do work out like 5 days a week or so, 6 days a week in a home gym in my garage. And all of the golf gear is right there. And I will tell you, like when I'm lifting and stuff, always I'm pulling either a driver or a wedge out, and between sets, I'm taking practice swings.
there you go. There you go. You're
I got the
practicing
orange. I
every
got the
day.
orange whip. Yeah, I got the orange whip
Yeah.
out, and I'm taking practicing with the orange whip. So that's
Three
my
orange whips.
goal.
3 orange whips.
Yeah. Well, yeah, those are after the workout. After the workout. Okay, so my friend, this has been fantastic. Not a
Yes.
long one. I really look forward to this. We will schedule the next one, the next check-in for I guess that would be beginning of April, end of March, and see what the Ides of March have brought
See
us.
see what happens with that score dropping off, and whatever we put up is
Yes,
what's next. So,
yes.
after my last round, it can't get any worse.
If it's the one that you posted, that was rough.
Yeah, yeah. That was was it a 12? See, I have golf brain. I forget those things.
You did have, it might have been 12.
I think it was 12. 12 of the best. Oh
All
my
right.
god. Mike, it's
Paul,
always fun. Thank you so much.
super fun. And I look forward to talking to you in this format in another month. All right.
Excellent. All right.
All right.
Have a
Good
good
night.
one. Cheers.
Whoa. Gonna have to edit this part out. Fumbling the end.